welcome to the January episode of the New Year's episode of the new bottle garage episode thing we got going. So we are trying to once again just move these bags onto move these bottle bags into their particular unique particular. Careful, this glass is blue one right here. The last collection went on over to where did it go? Where did it run off into? It ran off into the last collection ran off into flew off to where did it go? Who took it? I think it went to. I'm thinking it went to. Oh, what the heck? That's a strange bag. Oh, okay. I knew this. These weird red ones have a little twist tie there. I was looking for it. I was wondering what they did. So now we know. More where it comes from. This one's from yesterday's or from last week's weekend's round dance. So apparently the Skip the Bottles app that I use states that I have perhaps saved about 800 grams or 600 grams of CO2, or 500. I think it's 600. Can't remember. So 600 grams or 800 grams or so. If we get to 1,000, that's 1 kilogram. Now if we get to 1,000 kilograms, 1,000 kilograms, that's 1 ton. Now, well, if you get to 1 megaton, then that's a lot of CO2. But the greenhouse gases, this is a moot point really, because per year they will have about dumping all these surplus materials into the surplus possible. But it's a good gesture, nevertheless. It's a very good gesture I'm making here. The Skip the Bottles has the whole stats on the website of how much I managed to, how much space I preserve, how much. Oh, that's a big bottle of Smirnoff Ice. So this is the age of Macy bag here. I found this in the train station. So it's the age of Macy's. I'm curious though. We don't seem to have a Macy's in Calgary. We don't even have a Sears. To tell you the truth, Sears collapsed when retail collapsed a few years ago. So that's not good for the economy, but it's the whole changing demographics. In the field of social work, we're taught to supply services that the world needs. As we improve the world, perhaps 50 years ago, something as relevant is not as relevant now because we solved that problem 50 years ago. So we need new problems to solve. So perhaps there's an old saying in the social work world. One day we'll no longer need us social works. And that's what we as social workers are trying to do. Make sure we find a world where we are no longer needed. By then, humans will have achieved Christ-like consciousness or Shiva-like consciousness or Vishnu or whichever Allah like Mahdi-like consciousness, and all our technological that we use for spears into shovels, hooks in the plowshares. So my objective is trying to make that happen. Now, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to keep this bag or not. Nope, this has a lot of holes in it, so I might as well just extinct this bag. In this case, this money is now going to go to Vecova. I know I keep on saying it's going to go to Vecova. It's going to go to Vecova. The last time I didn't give to Vecova, I gave to Skip the Depot, and they don't have Vecova listed under their charities. So I gave it to Kids Care Cancer, because I remember around Christmas time, Kids Care Cancer sent me a donation request, solicited donation request by email. So at the time I didn't have the money or the time, as I was concentrating on my studies. So I figured, oh, what the hell, if you're on there, right? So what does this service do? This service tends to provide a bunch of temporary comfort-like housing, domesticated comfort-like housing, to a child nearby in the city of Calgary and Edmonton, where they have the pediatric hospitals needed for okay. Yeah, this bag is starting to rip, so. Damn it, this bag ripped its pants. Okay. No problem. Kids Care, or Skip the Bottles, gave us one of these things. He gave us 3 of these things, actually. These parachutes. So yeah, it's a service that provides kids who are undergoing chemotherapy and etc. a nice, comfortable place, sort of like Ronald McDonald House. In addition, I think they also provide a whole bunch of other supplementary care services to kids who are, I think, dying of cancer. I think they also run a camp, I believe. I don't know, don't quote me on that. Okay, well, I'm going to pick another day where I can just transfer this into a stronger bag here. Because I am currently covered in my own poo here. And we'll just run that into the proper recycling bin. Oh, the Alex? Okay. This is the bag from the Alex. That's my very first time I donated to the. I had the pickup. I had to pick up. I'm just gonna have to do this by hand then. Oh, this bag is too small. This bag ripped its pants. This flimsy plastic there, so. It's like you're wearing a jean pants and you're too fat around the legs, so it just goes rip. It goes like a rip sound, and that happened to me many times. Like that. This is not a recycling. Recycling bin. So yeah, kids cancer got it. Now who's gonna get it next is gonna be definitely Vecova. And after Vecova, it's my sister-in-law again. I'm gonna start a new rule. Two for charity. Two for charity. 2 for my sister-in-law. And every 2 cycles of 2. So for example, 2 and 2 make it that's 1 cycle. That's what 2 and 2 is 1 cycle, and 2 and 2 is another cycle. Then I'll collect 1 for myself. For my retirement when I turn old. So I can keep on fighting the fight when I turn older. Sticking it to the man, and trying to fill in the gaps for the. So, you gotta be careful. Some of this is glass. Apparently, I read that you may have open alcohol in New Orleans, but you must have it in plastic. Kind of reminds me of swimming class. They tell us that we can bring shampoo on the deck, which normally people just put it in their swimming gym bag and have it inside the locker. But in this case, it is for in this case, because sometimes the glass, the shampoo glass, this is back in the 80s, the shampoo glass bottle will break because us kids are running around, we're clumsy, our hands are slippery, and the bottle just goes slip, zoop, into and you don't want to get that into the water, you don't want to get that into the onto the pool deck where all us kids are all barefoot. So okay, I don't know how to get this in there. Oh, maybe this series of this exists, and they just slide it in like a water slide. Now that we're talking about swimming pools and whatnot. You just slowly slide it into the hole. People think I'm collecting for myself, not so. I'm just collecting because I like the Skip the Bottles app, the Skip the Depot app, which shows you tangibly quantifies you how much you've improved the environment by. How much CO2 you've prevented from leaking into the atmosphere. How much weight of space you've prevented from. Okay, so this bag is this bag is still good. It's in a cola. This one we need to. Some high school kid decided to open this up. The bag is still good though. And this one contains a full case of bud, a full case of blue ribbon. But this one I have to poke nails in so I can drain it out. Again, some kids are playing around the bottle. Even though it's soup, because it's still the container that they want. See, there's awfully a lot of fire these days. So there's awfully a lot of fire these days, especially in Australia. People Gav is from Australia, my friend on my fellow YouTuber friend. So sadly, this is what caused all this problem. I'm wondering if you can salvage this bag, because I'm not in the mood for really not in the mood for so yeah, I'm gonna try and stitch this bag together. Makeshift tourniquet though. Close this bag up. And not stuff this bag up. This is one of those anomalous bags because it's I found this bag dangling from a tree or a bush when I got off the train to the ground dance. So you know how I am. I'm a very much waste.want mode. So I'll leave this here for now. Oh, and back. So like I said, it's going to go to some handicapped kids perhaps keeping their swimming pool operational. I have told many, and every time I see a service, or every time I see that there's not a service that I was interested in donating to, like say, I just told recently the Alzheimer's Society of Canada not to donate, but to sign up for skip the bottles, because I wanted to click on that, but I couldn't because it wasn't there. So I told them this is a potential source of revenue for them. And I also told the Teen Friends Club, the club I'm with, about that too. So this is the beginning of the new collection. I want to put this up here because it has glass in it, so sometimes I forget and I not slam it down, but abrasively put the bag down and then here's sound. That's not good. Now, I'm sure in the future we have some kind of weird technology where you can just push the zap button, push some zap button, and all this waste is zap. Well, we don't have that ability yet. So this is how we take care of some other guy for now. So a lot of bags in here that need to be used up still. A lot of bags down there. So the bottle empire will be it's like the third year I'm doing this. The whole floor is sticky with soda, beer, and other soda liquors and other kinds of weird, strange fluids. Now this one, I'm not sure what the hell's going on. Oh yeah, this bag was ripped, so I kind of have to sew this bag up together again. Okay, so let's hope we collect a lot of these. Maybe scouts will come and pick it up. If not, then I'll just tell them I got a huge collection for them. And yeah, like I said, it removes CO2 from the air, it saves energy, so I must have saved at least 600 kilowatts. That's what roughly 600 kilowatts. So 600 kilowatts. If I have 400 more kilowatts, that's 1 megawatt? No, no, megawatt! No, I'm backwards. 600 megawatts. So I have 4 more megawatts. Then I have, no, kilowatts, 2 megawatts. Okay, so I have 600 kilowatts, so I have 400 kilowatts. 1,000 of those equals 1 megawatt. And 1,000 of those 1 mega millions, that's a lot of zeros, is 1 gigawatt. 1.21 gigawatt. Let's do it. Let's see if we reach to the end of our end of this. We can reach 1.21 gigawatts of electricity. Saved. Then we'll attach the flux capacitor for say to the flux god, saying I preserve 1.21 gigawatts of electricity just by picking up bottles, and they're like, oh my God, you again. And like, oh. But like I said, until we can figure out how to keep this planet clean and how to live in peace and produce a world of plenty, as the whatever gods we believe in, or whatever the fates, or whatever we believe, whoever's monitoring and evaluating us in this practicum called Earth, then we cannot prove that we will misuse their technology they want to give us. But that's not the point of doing this. The point of doing this is because I like the little. Whenever I personally deliver to the bottle people, when I do that, we don't have a car now because some punk stole our car over the Christmas break. My mom went to go park the car before the month-long her annual month-long cruise vacation. So some guy recently called, the police recently called us, the impound lot recently called us and told us that we found the car. Inside the car was full of garbage. The steering wheel was broken. I don't know. These punks, they stole the car, they trashed it, and had some fun with it. Teenagers. Can't really fault them. I'm male. I've done a lot of stupid shenanigans in my youth. And yeah, well, it's garbage in it, so we're getting a new car. But meanwhile, I can have the services pick this up. And which is good, this is just as well too, because the whole point of doing this exercise is to take CO2 out of the atmosphere, not put it in with the car. And that was an old gas guzzling car, so hopefully my mom will get a new modern car and one that's a bit more fuel efficient. I myself am getting one of them hybrid electric ones, or at least those super efficient ones, or maybe a space car with antimatter. The lithium antimatter. So we got 3 bags here. Until we have figured out, until the great Lord, the great God, Hephaestus decides to trust us with antimatter, we're going to try and preserve as much energy as we can, keep as much goo out of the air as possible, and try to keep as much space as possible. They go by weight. So last time, during the Christmas break, I hit a huge ass mountain of trees, or not trees, but bottles up to here, up to here, and up to here. So about and sideways, so 2 sideways, 1 of me tall, and I guess 1 inside, 1 out. So one of my sizes, half of my size out this time, and that's quite a bit of space saved. Keep the planet clean, do a good job with your neighbors and stuff, and make sure the city's run properly. Anyway, I gotta go upstairs and do my assignment, which I'm doing just that, studying how to implement a project to keep people healthy, happy, and not suicidal. Social work, right? Social workers' problems. We'll be needing to get some of this eventually when I start to go into clean up, start to heal, do some surgery to the trees. I really want to do that this summer because I want to use my saws before I save up and get out of this neighborhood. Alright, so thank you for watching our show. We're gonna be right back. This is the 2020 collection of beverage containers, and hopefully, I don't know, this starts up a trend. Yeah, people, actually, if you want to go on vacation and you're just like on the 70s show, that's the way to do it. Ooh, spooky.